Hey everyone, today I wanted to share a really strong IFV run that I had on Haven. It should have been a perfect run and it ended in the most frustrating way. One really important feature that I think this run exemplifies is how strong Blasco can actually be inside of vehicles. I don't frequently see players using her infiltration device alongside vehicles, and I think this is probably because most players don't know that it blocks lock-ons. But more than that, it actually breaks locked-on missiles that have been fired, and this is something that I didn't even know until this game. In most other vehicles, you'd be running thermal smoke, but as I mentioned in my IFV guide, I actually think active armor is the better perk here, but that obviously opens me up to being vulnerable to lock-on weapons. But using Blasco's deployable, I can work around this. Starting the game off here, my first instinct was to use my tow missile to try and take out the enemy Nightbird. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to make the hit. I was so close on that second one, but I just couldn't make it happen. One thing that I think it's easy to do is get fixated on these targets and to just keep on trying, but at some point you're wasting the vehicle. If I'm just sitting in spawn taking pot shots at this Nightbird, then I'm not really going to be doing much for my team. I call it quits and move out to D. We kill this engineer around the corner. Make a note of this guy's name. He'll be back. Rolling up on A, we immediately kill Thunderwaffle again. While I'm capping the objective, I'm typically moving around trying to make myself a hard target. It's very common for infantry to spawn on points being captured, and they could be coming from any direction, so the harder I make myself to hit, the better. Oh look, he's back. And then I get randomly called a cheater? Okay bud, I mean I've killed you 3 times, calm down. I see that this guy is in the stairwell of this building, so I decide to tow missile the wall away. Fortunately he slips away, but we'll get him in a second. We're also getting designated by a SOFLAM, so I just hop out, throw down a Blasco infiltration device, and we're golden. Blasco's device also chimes when an enemy enters its radius. This let me know that someone was coming into A. Well, we've done all we can for A, let's move over to B. The Nightbird's on us, and while it only has the anti-personnel missiles, which shouldn't be too big of a threat, they are going to be annoying, so I do take a shot at it, but unfortunately my turret can't aim high enough to get the shot off. We do manage to nail him on the way out with a 25mm shot, and this does seem to scare him off. So thankfully my team is moving in. I'm going to leave the capture to them and just focus on cleaning out the enemies. I wasted my APS here. I thought this engineer sneaking upon me would have had a M5 or RPG. So while we have some downtime here, I just want you to make a note of how fast the 25mm are replenishing with quick reload on. This is a godsend when you're absolutely tearing through your rounds. I really think the IFV was built for this map. You can see how effective it is at clearing out these buildings using the 25mm generous splash damage. It's at this point I actually noticed the chat message and I decide to respond.
Delta sector.
If you've been keeping a close eye on the objectives up to now, you'll see that my team has been doing a really good job at capturing and holding flags. However, the enemy is pushing A again, so let's head back there. And let me tell you, this is where the fun begins. This flag is swarming with enemies. Time to clean it out. I'm getting locked on again. Time to throw down an infiltration device. The enemy's pushing me with an IFV, but I actually think that they had guided missiles on, and then they panicked when they realized that they weren't locking onto me. You can also see here that there's still a bunch of engineers trying to lock onto me with javelins. As I mentioned, not many people use the Blasco infiltration device like this, so many engineers would have no idea what to do in this situation. We have our tow missile back, so it's time to make a peek and try and take out that IFV. Now watch as I get locked onto and fired at with a javelin. I get the missile incoming warning, and then as soon as I roll back into the infiltration device's radius, the missile disappears. Now maybe you're saying that's not exactly what happened, but I have a later example that definitively proves that this is the case. You can see that my team has a really good front line and we're just completely pounding them into A. I decide to push up a bit, but unfortunately I get EMP'd, which means I can't pull back to my safety radius. Now watch carefully. I hop down to throw out our device, hop back in the IFV to see two missiles coming at me, but as soon as the device's effect triggers, these missiles are countered. Did you see how many locks I had there? I can't imagine how many engineers are staring down the sights of their javelin right now at me, screaming, why the hell can I not lock onto him? Here I get designated, and that means my device must have been destroyed. I go to pull back to drop another one, but then I notice that C is under attack. Let's try and take care of that before we continue on A. Now are you ready for the most embarrassing moment ever? I have to warn you, this is probably going to make you lose respect in me. In fact, feel free to just click off this video right now. You really don't need to see this. Getting locked, I hop out, throw down a Blasco infiltration device, but my main driver's seat has been taken over. All you can do is go into chat and beg for your seat back. But while I'm doing that, the guy's already hopped out. I hit F1, jump back in my main seat, and then I start slamming the APS key. Yep, that happened. I really hope that in the next Battlefield they implement some kind of vehicle lock system. The thing is, I don't even blame this guy. I'm pretty sure he hopped in the tank thinking that he would be a passenger, and he did bail out in the end. It's just frustrating. I got stuck in chat. I'm fairly certain APS would have saved me there and the run would have continued. Ah well. For those counting at home, that was 41 kills and 12 assists. Given that the run lasted 10 minutes, I'd say that was pretty successful. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been awesome. I'm going to play out with some sniper gameplay. I've been practicing with those a little bit. Maybe I'll make a sniper video soon. Hope you have a good day.